because if he, if he had moved the 7 into the area of the 8, he could have done something like that, and made the run out more difficult for Efren.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and it does have merit, but don't forget the position of the 3. It was in the side pocket, and even if he did tie something up, Reyes had the ability to position the cue ball anywhere he wanted to, and most likely would have untied it. But when you try to tie something up against EFREN Reyes, it's usually not very successful because he's without a doubt the master of circumvention. He can really get around things and get out of traps. It's so much easier than all the other players.
That looked like.
There's the 9.
And the 3. He made 2 balls on the break that time, the 9 ball and the 3.
Pass into the corner pocket. There's enough room to hit the 3 to pocket it, but in order to pocket the 2, you have to be in perfect position. You don't want to leave your opponent with a shot on the 1 in an angle to attain that position. Look at Reyes cutting the 1 ball in, setting the cue ball down 2 cushions. Unfortunately, he bumped the 3 and sent it out of play unless he does have a 3-9 combination. If he can't attain the angle to make the 3-9 combination, he'll just kick it in.
That was a brilliant shot he made on the 1. Tremendous speed. Oh, man.
You know what he tried to do? He tried to pocket the 2 and draw the cue ball into the 9, pushing the 3 in front of the pocket. He miscued in his attempt to do that. Now Archer's bending over the table, and he's trying to figure out whether or not it's worth it to just pocket the 2 and play the 3-9 combination, or he has an option of breaking loose the 9 from the 3. If he likes the combination, which evidently he does, he's going to try to make a short rack out of it. So therefore, he played position for the 3-9 combination. He's betting his money it goes it better. He trails in the match 5 games to 2. He can ill afford to miss this.
He's cut into the lead.
In this particular rack, Reyes positioning the cue ball near the side rail, not pocketing the 9, allowing Archer at the table. Archer can see the outside of the 1, but in order to control the cue ball, placing it behind the 5 and trying to bank the 1 down table is a very, very difficult task. Is he up to it, or is he going to give it back to Reyes?
I think he should pass it back, Billy. I don't really see anything. He can't do anything offensively. And defensively, if there were more balls for congestion at the upper end of the table, maybe to try to play a safety. But he's not going to be able to get enough movement out of the 1 as thinly as he's going to have to contact it. So I like him giving it back.
From my vantage point, I myself would pass, because I bent over and I saw that he really can't see enough of the 1 ball to assure himself that after contact he's going to slow up the cue ball and keep it behind the 5. So therefore, he's going to have to allow Reyes to shoot this shot. I think Reyes is in a lot of trouble here. He's positioned the cue ball in an area on the table where if he had to do it all over, he wouldn't position it there. He's looking to position the cue ball where he set that chalk on the other rail. But what's going to happen to the 1? I think that he's going to have to hit the 1 ball too thinly. He's not going to get enough movement off the 1.
Well, he's trying to use the 5 ball as a blocker, and I agree with you. I think that Johnny's decision to pass this shot was the right one.
Plus, there's a lot of holes there. You see, there's a big hole in between the 5 and the 4. I don't know if he's found that hole or not. Johnny seems to think he has, because he hasn't shown any signs of disgust, or he doesn't seem unhappy about the results. He's got a very, very long, difficult shot on the 1 here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to pocket the 1, sending the cue ball in the direction of the 7, maybe creating a little bit of action in that regard, but I don't know if he's going to do that or not. Let's take a look.
Well, he's looking at the line from possibly playing the 9 ball. Well, Efren executed his safety attempt as well as could be expected from the position he was in.
I didn't think that he could do that. I bent over, and from my vantage point, I didn't think that he could do that, but apparently I was wrong. That's an excellent shot.
What a great
that
shot.
was an excellent
What a
shot.
great shot.
I mean, you cannot hit a ball any better than the ball what he just did. Believe me, that was a great. And that means that if he can reach it comfortably, he can control the cue ball, a little easier. If he can do that, I'd consider positioning the cue ball behind the 9.
He's cueing it low outside. That's where he's going.
Well, he wasn't able to get it behind the 9, and now Reyes steps to the table with an option. He can bank the 6 cross side, or he can play some sort of a safety himself.
I think we're going to see him play safe. That's as safe as it gets when you're running out, I guess. Huh?
That's exactly right. That's about as safe as you can play right there. Really be at fault because of that. He made a good shot. He executed the shot well enough to come up with the shot. I thought perhaps he was just a little ill-fated. Archer trailing in the match by only 1 game now, 6 games to 5. And the way the match has been going, all of a sudden, look at this.
Now that time he took some off the break. He went to the spot that Efren was breaking from, took some off the break, pocketed 2 balls, and one of them was a 9.
Going up table, but the 5 ball precludes him from doing that. So, but he can see that part of the 1, and he wasn't able to hook him on that shot either. So therefore, he is faltering late in this match.
Well, Efren is looking at. I don't believe we're going to see him shoot the 1 in the side, but he may position the cue ball behind the 6.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to position the cue ball behind the 6. It lays perfectly for him to do that.
Mm.
Now Archer doesn't have to be concerned about controlling the cue ball or doing anything else. He has to be concerned about hitting the 1, and his chances of hitting this 1 aren't very good.
No, they certainly are not.
His chances of hitting this 1 aren't very good. Matter of fact, I don't even see an accessible route to the 1.
Well,
unless he can go around the 9, I don't think he can go around the 9.
Between the 6 and the 8 to the end rail with a lot of right-hand spin, extremely difficult. I don't know if he can spin it enough.
He can't hit that part of the rail. He can't. The 6 ball precludes him from hitting that part of the rail near the lower right-hand corner.
I'm talking about to the end rail, to the first diamond with a lot of spin and go between the 6 and the 8 and hit it one rail.
You mean shorten the angle with a draw off of the short cushion?
I'm talking about going to the end cushion, right?
Shortening it with a draw. You draw it and you go back. You draw it.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can go back, by drawing it.
You got to hit it with a lot of right.
No, you need to draw it to back it up like that. Right, you'll slide. You won't get it to go back. You need the cue ball to draw to hook it
It looks to me like he can't hit that portion of the rail that he's aiming at. He can. Oh, what a hit! Oh, what a hit!
He could hit that part of the rail.
Wow.
I didn't think he could do that.
What a great shot! What a great shot!
It was a great shot, very timely too, I might add. He ran the risk of scratching off the 1 had he shot the shot and executed it perfectly like he did, and he still had the problem of not scratching off the 1, which he avoided.
Efren played a great shot to put him behind the 6. Whew. Well, this is the kind of suspense that we really love to see, and we really we've come to expect it from these two guys. It's quite a rivalry they've developed.
What sort of wizardry are we about to see here?
We're going to see him go.
That's what's next on the agenda. So give me a menu and let me order. Let me order something from the menu. I'll order a kick, 2 cushion, hook safety.
Oh my gosh. This is anything you can do. I can do better.
Now, does the good doctor have the prescription for this?
It's getting comical now. Johnny is laughing. He's like, well,
it just seems like an endless battle here. I mean, anyone in the tournament would have lost the match 2 or 3 times by this time. It takes players like this to sustain the suspense.
That's exactly right, Billy. And it's a testament to both of their skill, nerve, and knowledge.
Matter of fact, if he doesn't come up with something spectacular, everyone's going to be disappointed because they want to see this go on for about 5 or 10 more minutes.
Well, Johnny's going to go one cushion above the side. I think he'll hit it with enough speed to try to create distance between the 1 and the cue ball.
Now look at this. He made a bank cross corner. I mean, right back. But don't forget, not only did he make the bank right back, but there's still suspense because he doesn't have a shot. So therefore, the people out here who have paid their money to watch this certainly have gotten more than their money's worth.
Absolutely.
And anyone that buys this tape should call Pat up and say, listen, I owe you extra for this.
What do you think he's going to go up table with the cue ball? He's going to go off of his left side of the 3. Use the 5 to block.
Okay, let's see what he's left Reyes. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
But he has left Reyes a possible Massey kick.
I think we're probably going to see EFREN go around the either between the 8 and the side pocket, 2 cushions, and back kick the 3.
No, he won't back kick the 3 because he runs the risk of scratching there.
That's true.
So therefore, he's knowledgeable enough to know that I can't do that. Look for something better.
Well, we saw him at the U.S. Open kick a shot like this in. It was a 6 ball, and it was the same kind of situation.
What he's looking at now, he's looking to see what part of the rail he needs to hit the 3 ball on the right-hand side, sending the 3 ball to the short rail, the side rail, I should say, the side rail, and back across table somewhere in the area of where the 9 is, maybe slightly higher. And at the same time, the cue ball will then depart that area after hitting the 3 and then go down table near the short rail. Now that shot was hard to describe. Just think about how hard it would be to execute.
That's exactly right.
Now he doesn't really want to hit deeply behind the 3. He wants to hit the side of the 3 here if he can. So he hit the side of the 3. That way he wouldn't scratch. So what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here?
Oh my gosh.
Let us see.
Look at Johnny.
From my vantage point, he has positioned the 3 behind the 8. Okay, now Archer can do 2 things here. Archer can do 2. This is really.
It's unbelievable.
Let me find the right word for this. This is really unpredictable. This is really spectacular. This is really suspenseful.
What would Dick Vitale say? It's awesome, baby.
Oh.
It might take a little while to dub a few copies of this tape, but they will be available after this match.
Okay, now he can do 2 things here. He can go after everything and massay it, or he can very softly kick from the bottom cushion and lay on the 3 with the cue ball. Now those are his 2 options, because if you notice, the 6 ball blocks the lower left-hand corner pocket, so therefore he may be able to very softly kick onto the 3 without really, suffering any consequence in regard to giving up an offensive shot. Now this is the shot to win, is the Massey shot. This is the shot that he can win with, but he has to hit this shot hard enough so that if he doesn't shoot it and hit it accurately, the 3 ball will leave the area of the corner pocket and not allow EFREN an offensive shot.
And in case he happens to let up even the slightest amount on his stroke, he could hit the 8.
I don't think we're going to see him hit the 8. We're going to either see him pocket the 3. Now he has hit it hard enough so the 3 leaves. And now he's put him behind the 4. Maybe not. Maybe he can see the outside. But notice, he hit it hard enough so that the 3 didn't stay in front of the corner pocket had he hit it inaccurately. Reyes steps to the table. Can he see the outside of the 3?
There have been 11 shots since the last ball was pocketed. No, that's not true. Johnny pocketed a ball, but in the last 11 innings, 1 ball has been pocketed.
Now what is he doing?
He's just kidding.
Uh-oh. And, I wouldn't feel a bit comfortable if I was Archer, because I know that Archer has seen this many times in the past. He's seen this show before.
Yes.
And it's not over until it's over. You could ask Earl Strickland about that.
Well, to go to the end rail between the 6 and 8 to the upper left-hand side rail, he could cut the 3 in. If he doesn't cut it in, he could end up safe. If he hits it thick, the cue ball could get behind the 9.
He's going another route there. He's going 3 cushions, and he's going to hit it with speed and a low ball. He's going to draw this to keep the cue ball on the table. He's going to hit it with speed.
In the side?
And look at this.
Is it going in the side?
Oh
my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that was so close. Okay, Archer has come up with a shot. But keep in mind, this battle was wearing. It was a wearing battle on the nerves of both of these players. Archer has a fairly good shot, and it looks like he has a golden opportunity to win this match. But keep in mind, he's been under a lot of stress.
Oh my gosh, he almost hit the 5.
So if he gets out here, trust me, it's a lot more difficult